Hello again, Darren Markowitz here from D Guitars Miami with another edition of This Week in Cool Guitar Repairs. This week's particular instrument is a real gem of a find. It's a 1969 Dan Armstrong Plexi body bass. These are very, very neat instruments. They've got some weight to them. The problem with it was the client brought it in and the original pickup was bad. These types actually are encased in such a way to where rewinding them can almost be a real pain in the butt. So what I opted to do was, those that know me know that I'm a huge fan of Trisonic pickups, and I'll find any excuse to put them in something. So what I did was I took a pair of Trisonics and I custom fitted them onto a special block that I cut, that I then bolted in using the original screw that bolted in the original pickup. One word of advice: if you're going to be doing any kind of mods on a vintage piece that's worth a lot of money, you want to make sure that whatever mods you put in are reversible and that you're not drilling any extra holes. So what I did was basically I fitted it exactly the way the old one did, and I made a little overlay plate that goes over the wires themselves that come from the pickups, so that way at least it's presentable. I think it looks cool as hell too, if you notice. It was also missing it wasn't missing the bridge. The previous owner had taken the bridge and cut it into sections and then bolted it on and just really ratted out the bridge. I don't know why. So rather than trying to even hunt down an original Dan Armstrong bridge, which was virtually impossible, trust me, I searched everywhere, I ordered a new repro Dan Electro bridge from All Parts. And what I did was, the previous owner had drilled 3 holes to mount that thing on. So I utilized the middle hole that he had drilled, and I utilized the outer 2 from the original bridge. And I actually have it bolted in such a fashion to where it's mainly bolted here, and these 2 act as stabilizers to keep the bridge from moving back and forth. Rather than drilling holes for the other 2 screws that would go here, because the holes from the original bridge didn't fit, they didn't seat the same way. The original holes are farther back. Rather than drilling it out, I cut a piece of pickguard material that is actually bolted on with the bridge to put the bridge at the correct height. And of course I carved the saddle in such a fashion to where the action is where it needs to be. The intonation's spot on, and everything is set up perfectly. The previous owner had also replaced the tuners with Grovers. Again, even though there have been some mods done to this, I don't want to be one of those that adds more to, the mod list that's on here other than reversible mods. The end result of this pickup combination, both of them together wired in series like a big fat humbucker, is nothing short of amazing. It's boomy, it's loud, but there's so much clarity and note articulation on this, it's amazing. Playing it through my little Ross 15-inch speaker bass amp. It's like a 20 or 30 watt bass amp because I can't fit my SWR into here. And I figured a bass of this quality deserved at least to be heard on this video through something a little bigger than my little Gorilla GG20 guitar amp like I usually use for all of my demos. This bass is just unbelievable. huge. I mean, it's just amazing. Anybody that know, for those that don't know, Trisonic pickups, what's cool about them is that what look like 6 pole pieces, that's just a decorative insert. It's really just a ceramic bar magnet that's got the coil wrapped around it. So they lend themselves well to just about any type of a stringed instrument that uses metal strings, whether it's guitar or bass. They actually make the same type with 4 pole piece looking holes, and that's for bass. So really it's just decorative. What's great about it is that it sounds amazing in a bass too. I could have done something where I could have taken like a couple of jazz bass pickups and put them together the same way or whatever. I wanted to give something where you could hear some incredible note articulation. At the same time, it looks cool. And that's another thing. I mean, I really wanted this thing to stand out, and so did the client. And I think he's going to be really pleased. The action on it is really nice and comfortable at around 3/32 of an inch. It's all original otherwise, the original thumb rest, the Formica pick guard, the original knobs, I think even the original jack. The truss rod cover is also Formica. You have to remember, Dan Armstrong pretty much took over after Dan Electro went out of business and just started recycling parts and then improved upon them. And naturally you've got the beveled lucite body, which is so cool. I mean, these things are just so amazingly fun and cool. It's got some weight to it, but it's not that bad. I'd say it's around 9 pounds. I've seen them heavier. You know, the thickness isn't too bad. I mean, it's about, I'd say, should have done this earlier. I didn't think to until just now. I'd say that the body is, it's 1.25 inches thick. So, you know, if it was any thicker like a standard guitar bass at around 1.5 to 1 3/4, yeah, this would be hefty. But it's a 1 1/4. So anyway, that's enough out of me. Should you feel that you need anything done such as this, a restoration of an old beast and workhorse that's missing parts, and you want it upgraded without it affecting the value of the instrument or whatever, or if you have something else that you need done like a headstock break, refretting, electronics work, etc., don't hesitate to give me a call at 305-896-1811. Until next time, Doran Markowitz from D Guitars Miami. Thanks for watching and have a great day.